Hello and welcome to the Shisui of the Violet Tides. Go ahead and eat some food, turn on your tank stance, and let's go. First pull will be a provoke, followed by, ranged attack, provoke, ranged attack. I'll go ahead and dash into the next group and do an AoE attack to pick up full aggro, and I will use two cooldowns here, Rampart and Reprisal. This is a lot of stuff, but you can wall-to-wall the first pull in this zone. You can actually wall-to-wall almost all pulls in this zone. Put it to you that way. Yes. This thing here, whatever it is, Geyser, I suppose, and we can now wall-to-wall the next pull. Ranged attack, provoke, and I'll do another ranged attack here. I will use arm's length, even though we're not going too far, because there's no place to use it for a while. And now I'll start to pick up aggro on the other stuff. And I will use two more cooldowns, which will be my class abilities, just as a safe precaution. Keeping an eye on my enemy list to ensure that I have aggro on everything, which I do. Little tricky part coming up here because we are going to have to pick up some aggro on some spawns. You'll see it here, pop up here in just a moment. Switching to my single target abilities because there's only two dudes. And here are the spawns. I'm now going to switch my priority to picking up the spawns. I thought there were three. There are, and I do have aggro on all three. And this is it. After this, we're at the first boss. Fast enough. Only 3 minutes worth of pulls. So simple. And now we'll hit the geyser. And to the first boss we go. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's here. Away we go. As always, make sure you turn the boss away from your team. Even though some of these bosses may not have AoE attacks that come from the front, it's always a good habit to just turn it around. Switching targets to the legs and then just using my single target abilities. And we just bring it on down. Probably didn't need to use regen there, but whatever. Fight's almost half over anyway, and we just started. Crazy. Facing it again toward the outside of the play area. Picking up aggro on the ad. Looks like it's just going to come to me anyway. After the ad spawns, I'm just going to use tab to select it, and then I'm going to use my provoke ability, retargeting the leg now, and then burning the boss down. And the first boss is done. Easy enough. This next set of pulls is actually kind of interesting because you can wall-to-wall this, and it's very difficult to do so. I'm not going to wall-to-wall it here, and the reason why is because I'm making a video and I don't want to wipe. But this is actually one of the harder pulls in the dungeons, is this one coming up right here. You could take these three and then combine it with the next couple, but I only recommend doing that if you're very confident in your healer. You absolutely must have all of your cooldowns. If you do not have your cooldowns, no matter how good your healer is, you're just going to take too much damage and you're going to die. So, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you the safe route. Kill those three, and now we can pick up aggro on these three. I'll go ahead and use my arm's length here, just to ensure that they stay back there. And then I'll pick up these next three with an AoE attack. And then we will finish with these last three over here. It will be 9 guys, but I'm going to use every cooldown that I have. This is one of the bigger pulls, and you can make this a 12 pull here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Every cooldown has been used. So now at this point, this is probably the biggest pull that I've shown on the channel so far. The only thing I'm doing is staring right here and also avoiding AoEs. I think I just took AoE damage there. But just making sure that all of these stay red. And you can see my health is going a little crazy. If it gets too much lower, I'm going to super... Nope, I think we got it. Yep, we got it. Okay. So that's one of the harder pulls. I don't recommend wall-to-walling that pull. 12 guys at once is quite a lot, especially at this level. If you don't have the gear and you don't have the cooldowns, you're just gonna die. Has nothing to do with the healer. And for this boss, your positioning doesn't matter too much because she's going to move to the center anyway. As soon as she casts Seduce, just go ahead and touch one of these chests, and then you'll turn into this ugly old lady here. And then you don't get seduced anymore. Once the AoE attack goes off, I will go ahead and use my dash attack to get back in there and continue where I left off. And that's really this entire fight. Just dodge the seduces. The AoE, the trailing or the following AoEs, which is what you're seeing there, they target the DPS. They don't target you as the tank, so they skip you. I'm going to go ahead and get out of there. I'll dash back in, continue my DPS, waiting for her to cast Seduce. There's Seduce, and I'll touch the same chest that I touched before, just because everyone kind of has an idea of where they're going to go for this. Wait for the AoE attack to finish, and then I'll dash in, and that's the whole fight. That's it. Using our limit break here, okay, sure. Why not? We should get another one. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm just going to greet all these things because I will sell it. I'll do a jump 360 here into the water because why not? This next pull is interesting. This dude right here, this big turtle, has a lot of health. So we're going to single target him, but we are going to wall-to-wall here, which is that one pull plus these 3. These little pufferfish, you don't really have to worry about too much. As soon as they get triggered, the only thing they're going to do is explode in the area where they were triggered at, and you can easily avoid that just by getting out of the AoE. Otherwise, we're going to just burn these down, and that's really it. You don't have to use any cooldowns here. If you're using any of your damage cooldowns, use them on the blue Unkyu, this big turtle dude here. Because he's got a lot of health. You can see we aggroed this guy first, and he's right around 50% health. There's the pufferfish, the crab. Yes. My child has let me know that is indeed a crab. And I concur. It is a crab. And I am single targeting the crab, while also maintaining aggro on the other things that are here. So you can see, last to die. Still going. There we go. Last pull of this dungeon, and we are at the final boss. It's only been 10 minutes. What a quick dungeon. And there's also a little trick to this next pull as well. Dash in, AoE attack, and then tank them over here by the treasure coffer. The reason why is because there are 2 pufferfish out there that are going to deal their AoE damage, and if you're in here, you don't gotta worry about them. So cool. And we are at the last boss. As a reminder, your responsibility of the tank is to look behind you to ensure that nobody is watching the cutscene before you engage the last boss. Get on up here. Okay. We'll turn this boss around because it is a good habit to get into. I'm going to zoom all the way out on this boss because there's an eye that appears over her head, and you kind of need to be aware of it. And the boss goes underneath the water, these little churns are going to spawn. All you got to do is DPS them down. Not totally your responsibility. The DPS classes are going to be working on these. Using magic, the boss is going to go underneath the shallow water and then surface where those ripples end. So don't stand in the ripples and you don't take damage from that. These you don't actually have to pick up aggro on because the only thing that they're going to do is create this AoE attack. There's the eye. We're going to turn around. Oh, they lowered it. That's nice. So these you don't have to pick up aggro on, like I was saying. They just create this AoE line attack, and the DPS are supposed to switch their target from the boss to them to kill them, but as the tank, all you have to do is position and maintain aggro. She's casting Thick Fog, meaning she's going to go under the water again, or create water and then go underneath. And again, we just avoid the ripples and kill the churns. That's it. So you can see which direction the ripples are going in. It's pretty clear. And just don't stand in the ripples. That's it. So it's going this way. Is she going to surface over here or move again? Nope, surface there. And again, moving the boss and having them face the outside of the play area. Watching out for the eye. I think that might come up again shortly. Or we're just going to kill her so fast that it won't matter. There's the eye right there. And I'll play it safe and turn around, but it doesn't matter because this dungeon is over. And just for good measure, we'll go ahead and turn into an old lady one more time. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something helpful and useful. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Maybe there's another dungeon out there that I can help you out with. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.